Head coach Patrick Murphy, Jacqueline Trina, Kayla Hunt, and Haley McClenny. We will begin with an opening statement from Coach Murphy.
Well, I thought Hannah was terrific tonight. It's probably one of the best games she's pitched against us, but I think it's just a continuation of her postseason. And, you know, there's three things that you need to win a high-caliber softball game. Great starting pitching, great team defense, and you need to get the timely hits. They were 3 for 3, and we were 0 for 3, and I think that's the story of the game.
Thanks, Coach. Remember to state your name and affiliation before asking your question, and then direct your question to whatever student athlete you would like to begin. We will now go to the floor for questions.
Hi, Kelly Ward, Crimson White. This is for Kayla. You had 3 solid contacts when you went up to play against her. One bounced off her leg and right to the first baseman. What did you see in those at-bats?
With Hannah, I feel like you just have to see the ball up. She works down and she hits her spots very well, so I think my approach was just to try to see the ball in the strike zone and to see it up and put good swings on it. She was attacking the strike zone, so my approach was to be aggressive, especially early in the count. But she did throw me some balls, but I think my approach was just to try to see it up because that's what you have to do against her. She pitched a great game against us, but you know, I thought I had good at-bats against her.
Tommy Dees, Tuscaloosa. Jacqueline, how much of that was you not having your best stuff, and how much of that was them and their bats?
I mean, they're a great team, and you know, just like Murph said, we have to have those 3. You know, great timely hitting, pitching, and defense. So tomorrow we're just gonna make quicker adjustments and just work from there.
Joe Bedner, fan sided. Coach Murphy, for a guy that's been here before and has won here before, obviously you want to take this one, but how important is it for like a team's confidence to get that first game, and what is your team feeling like right now?
Well, 2 years ago, this is exactly what happened too, so we're not too worried. Obviously, we'd like to win the first one, but since we won it and lost the first one last time, it's not a really big deal to us. You know, we haven't played them since middle of March, so it's been a long time. And you know, this game, we kind of feel out Hannah and their hitters and see what they were looking for. And Steph, Allie, and I and Adam will go back to the hotel and watch the game again and come up with a better game plan for tomorrow.
Michael Custer at AL.com. Haley, the last time you guys played these guys, you got to Hannah pretty well. Got some good hits on her. What was different about her this time?
I think she was just in the zone tonight. I mean, she was spotting the ball really well. She got ahead of us, and that's just Hannah Rogers being Hannah Rogers. But I think that, like Jack and Kayla both said, I think that tomorrow we'll make quicker adjustments. We got to have a short-term memory tonight. Going into tomorrow, just make quicker adjustments. Maybe to be a little more aggressive, maybe see the ball up more. Just whatever we need to do to win is what we're going to do.
For Jackie and Kayla, I know, what were your memories of 2 years ago when you were in this similar situation? What was that next day like and preparing for that game too?
We definitely came back relentless, and we were winning the little things, and we were very aggressive, and we had a plan, and we bought into it. So I think tomorrow we all need to come to a plan, each and every one of us, you know, what we decide, and then go.
Yeah, I agree with Jack. The 2 years ago, I think the biggest difference between the game 1 and game 2 was we had a game plan going into game 2. We took what we learned from what happened in game 1, and we learned from our previous at-bats, and we watched film, and we had a game plan going into what we were going to do to make that adjustment. Because in the game 1 of 2 years ago, we didn't make good adjustments, just like we didn't tonight. So I think our biggest thing is to go back to the hotel and see, you know, what the patterns were, what we need to do, whatever that plan is, and to buy into it and stick to it.
Patrick, when it goes from 1-0 to 3-0 and from 3 to 5, how much does that change the complexion of everything? I guess down 1-0, it's a whole different matter, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and 3 is manageable, you know. The 5 is a little bit tougher, and then the thing that killed us was the double play. I mean, I really thought we had a good rally going because obviously Jaden got it and then Kayla hit it, and I think when we had bases loaded and no outs, it would have been a different story. But you know, we had the rally busters, you know, 2 double plays, and we just didn't continue an inning, and that's not like us. You know, that's the one thing that we really tried to work on this year, because last year, that was my, you know, the number one negative in our offense was we just didn't continue innings. And tonight it came back again. But I mean, you got to credit the pitcher, and you know, she hit her spots too. I think, you know, she's throwing anywhere from 66 to 58, but she's hitting spots, and it makes it difficult.
For Haley and Kayla, the seventh inning, is there anything you take from that you got to her consecutively rather than one spot that you can carry into tomorrow? Is there any momentum that you expect to carry into that game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we finished the game, you know, fairly strong. I mean, I know we didn't score any runs, but we did get to her. We proved that we can hit her. She didn't no-hit us. She didn't one-hit us. So I think going into tomorrow, that's something that we're all going to look at, kind of visualize that seventh inning again. We proved that we can get to her. We just got to do it earlier tomorrow.
Kayla?
Yeah, I mean, you saw that we did make an adjustment eventually. It did take us 7 innings, but we did get to her, and I think that's big for us to see that, especially in the bottom of the 7th, to see that from our top of the lineup and to pass it down. And that just means that we learned from our previous at-bats, which is what we need to do to have success tomorrow, is to look at our at-bats and see what she did and what our adjustment needs to be against her.
Pete LaFleur, College Softball 360. Question for Jackie. A couple years ago, you were in the batting lineup the entire series, and you've been in the lineup the last two games, if I'm correct. Does it make any difference to you? Does it make it easier to focus on the circle, harder? How do you approach it? And I'm guessing you would prefer to be batting just so one more way you can help the team. But to give us a sense of what that's like for you playing both roles.
I mean, I don't really look at it any different if I was just pitching. It's just another way to help the team out, so I really don't look at it a different way.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys.